Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today on Jeepingmo, we're welding on track bar brackets. We had a friend of the channel reach out to me, wanted to know if we could weld on a new Synergy track bar bracket on his JK Dana 44 housing. So, always sounds like a fun project, Jeep related, and we all can learn something by it. Alright, so he brought over his Dana 44 housing. It's kind of nice, he's got it all stripped down. So it's amazing how much lighter these housings are when there's nothing in them. So we're going to go through, show you how to locate it. And then we're going to take the housing. We're going to get it mounted. Now one thing I'll say right off the bat, Synergy did a really nice job with these welds. And they also give you a really good blueprint on where everything goes. Now we're just doing the track bar bracket. We're not putting on the rest of the spring purchase. He's keeping all that in place. So let me show you the MIG wire we're going to use and get this project started. Now for most general purpose welding I use this Blue Demon, and it's the ER70S-6 wire. So since we're a RockMount affiliate and we knew we had some axle projects coming up, they sent us some of this Polaris Mig wire. Blue Demon has a 70,000 tensile. The RockMount has 100,000, and we all know that, well, we abuse these track bars to no end, rip them off on the trail. So we're going to put this wire in. We're using an 035 wire. That's what the welder is already set up for. We just got to change it out. We'll do a couple sample beads just to get all the settings in, and then we'll get this track bar located. Okay, so I always do a test piece before I do anything. So let's get this track bar located and get it glued on. Alright, so it's a fairly easy layout project. Now since everything's stripped down, I can't measure to the outside wheel mounting surface is what the instructions say. Per the instructions it says find center and then come off that 17.5 inches. So since it's center, I don't have to worry about it. I'll come off of the flanges to find center. And I don't have a cover, so what I did, I just cut a piece of steel and just bolted it down in center. Now something was pretty cool from my woodworking days. I got a centering tape. So it says 58.5 inches on the upper scale, so I just come down here on the lower scale and says 58.5 inches, which is 29.25. And the easiest way to double check that is come from one side, so you're right about 29.25. Come from the other side and about 29.25. So we know that this is center line, and then according to the instructions it says come out 17.5 inches. Alright, so we're just going to come off 17.5 inches to the mounting holes of the track bar. Now per the instructions, it's 17.5 inches from these holes to the center and leveled with their spreader locations. If anybody ever wondered what these two big lugs are for, that's so that you can put a spreader bar in here and open it up to put your gears in. Also called a K-bar or whatever you want to call it, but it's made to go in these to open the case up so you can get your gears in. That's what these are for. So I've already got the axle level 1 direction. We're just going to level it the other. Now since we don't have to do an actual degree, using a level is fine, but we'll use digital as well. So we'll just come in here and we'll level. Now we can also, we've got a digital that we can come in here and set on there as well. It's pretty touchy. So we're 0.02, and then what we'll do is we'll set the bracket on here and make sure that we're still level. To set this on here, I'm just going to line up that line. I'm just going to take a quick measurement just to make sure that we're 17.5 inches. So that's rough location right there. I'm just going to put a line out here on the edge. We're level. I'll put the angle gauge on this, and we're going to tack this dude in place. To 0.6, you see a little arrow that's up. So you have 0.6 with up arrow and 0.5 with an up arrow. So I think we're good there. Now one last check. So to the center line there, we're right at within about a 1/16 of 17.5 inches. Remember, your track bar is adjustable. You could be off quite a bit. And if you don't have an adjustable track bar, you need one anyway. Alright, so we got the track bar all welded on. I've not done any cleanup on it yet. You can see the settings must have been pretty close to being right. That coupled with that wire, there's not a lot of spatter from the wire itself, from the weld. So we welded it all the way around. Had one corner that gave me a little bit of trouble. That's what a grinder's for. We took that off. But I think overall it turned out fairly well. All right, so we're just going to do a little bit of wire brushing on it and have them come get it. Okay, one last thing. So if we zero this out, we're 0 there. On the lug they want you to level to, it's dancing around from 0 to 0.2. So I think that that's pretty good. So that was welding on a Synergy track bar bracket on a Dana 44. I don't know exactly what year JK it's going under. The biggest thing is prep. Luckily, when they brought it over, it was pretty much all cleaned up and ready to go. So I just did some light cleanup on it and laid it out and got it in place. And we did use that Polaris Mig wire from RockMount. You know, we are an affiliate for RockMount, so any of their supplies you get, you know, please tell them Jeepingmo sent you. And it's a much stronger wire than the ER70, and it's made for, you know, maintenance type applications, which is RockMount's specialty. So if you got hard to weld stuff, out of position, stuff you can't clean real well, you know, check out RockMount and just tell them Jeepingmo sent you. Right? It's trying to grow the brand and trying to work with good quality people. So if you need some welding equipment like our Miller 220, I'll leave a link here. I'll see you there. And if you need some help with welding and that, I'll leave a link here and I'll see you in that video. So whether it's in the garage, in the trail, or at a show, I'll see you there. That's Jeepingmo. Hey, that kind of rhymes.